Good evening, everybody. I'm Bella, and this is the news in the weather presented in English and Portuguese. News about what's happened in Martha's Vineyard. News from Brazil as well. Notícias do que acontece em Martha's Vineyard e no Brasil também. Welcome to the show. All Martha's Vineyard's harbors and ponds remain closed to shellfishing since a state order closer to the discovery last week of a heavy algae bloom in the Tilbury Great Pond, which caused amnesic shellfish poisoning, a severe form of gastrointestinal illness in humans. Todos os portos da ilha e lagoas da ilha de Martha's Vineyard permanecem fechados para a pesca de mariscos, uma vez que o Estado ordenou um fechamento pela descoberta na semana passada de uma proliferação de algas na Tilbury Great Pond, o que causa envenenamento pelo marisco em humanos com a doença, uma forma grave de doença gastrointestinal. The closure, ordered by the State Division of Marine Fisheries, began earlier this month in Buzzards Bay, and then over Columbus Day weekend, the closure was extended to all areas south of Cape Cod, including the Vineyard and Nantucket. O encerramento pela Divisão de Pesca Marinha do Estado começou no início deste mês em Buzzards Bay, e foi estendida a todas as áreas do sul de Cape Cod, incluindo a Vineyard e Nantucket, no fim de semana do dia de Colombo. On the vineyards, where the scallop season is just getting underway, the fishery remains positive. A pesca para escalope continua positiva na Vineyard. Scallop is so delicious. The Jephcote National Bank, a Martha's Vineyard Island's second oldest bank, will be acquired by the Rockland Trust Company. O Banco Nacional de Jephcote, o segundo banco mais antigo da ilha, será adquirido pela Rockland Trust Company. The announcement was made in a joint press release on Thursday and in a full-page advertisement in Friday's edition of the Vineyard Gazette. O anúncio foi feito em um comunicado de imprensa na quinta-feira em um anúncio de página inteira na edição do Vineyard Gazette de sexta-feira. The merger was being approved by boards in both banks and is expected to be completed by spring, the press release said. A fusão foi aprovada pelos conselhos dos dois bancos e está prevista para ser concluída até a primavera, disse o comunicado da imprensa. The transaction is valued at about $24.5 million, found by Julian Vos and Barry Hillman. The Jephcote Bank has been independent since its inception. A transação está avaliada em cerca de 24,5 milhões de dólares. Fundado por Julian Vos e Barry Hillman, o Banco de Jephcote tem sido independente desde a sua criação. An assistance program called Design the Second Half of Your Life was present this weekend to Martha's Vineyard women at the Harborview Hotel. The inspiring program was created by Kelley, a coach and a consultant for this transformational program, and she is é Martha's Vineyard Summer Resident, um programa de ajuda chamado Projete a Segunda Metade de Sua Vida. Foi apresentado este fim de semana para as mulheres de Martha's Vineyard no Harborville Hotel. O programa inspirador foi criado por Kelley, uma residente de verão de Martha's Vineyard. Ela é uma trainer e consultora dessa proposta de transformação. Let's talk with Kelley Corners and learn a bit about how to design the second half of your life, maybe my life, maybe everybody's life. Vamos falar com Kelley e aprender um pouco sobre como projetar a segunda metade da vida, da nossa vida. A entrevista está em inglês. Here to you, Kelley Corners. Kelley, please tell us a bit about how do we can design the second half of our life.
Well, what's so exciting about designing the second half of your life is that women today are living much longer than our grandmothers, our mothers, and we maybe have 3 extra decades to actually live really well, live healthy. The average woman who's 52 today has a good chance, if they're healthy at 52, of living to 90 years old. And we want to live meaningful, productive, and fulfilling lives. And so designing the second half of your life is really a journey, starting with an inner journey for each woman to really understand what's most important to them so that they can develop their own pathway to well-being. We're going to be conducting all day on Saturday, and it finishes with a brunch on Sunday that's open to all women on the island, and it's at the Harborview Hotel. And at that point, we're going to actually be hearing from 2 women on the island, Laurel Reddington Whitaker from WMVY, as well as Heidi Feldman, who is owner of Martha's Vineyard Sea Salt. So those are just 2 examples of stories that are really going to be special voices. I call them voices for inspiration for other women. But of course, with more women there at the brunch that we know will come from the island, the more the better, the more stories are shared, and the more women will get inspired to design the second half of their life with each other's support.
That's right. Would you like to share with us a little bit about your own story?
Oh, wow, yeah. Well, how long do you have? I'll do this briefly. So my own story is that, as you mentioned, I'm a summer resident here on the island, and I've been working as a marketing consultant for almost 3 decades. And I've had the realization that, gee, this isn't really something that I want to carry through for the next 3 decades in the way that I've been working before. I'd like to have more meaning in my life. I'd like to have more fulfillment, more connection. I want to meet women on the island. I've been coming here for 30 years, and I really don't know a lot of women on the island. So I'm excited to meet women here. So this weekend is actually, in one way, the culmination of a deep desire I have to connect with women. On the other hand, it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of a new pathway for me where I can be the guide and help women to design their own second half of life. So what I'd like to leave everybody with the opportunity is to work with me. If you're on the island, I would love to work with you personal one-on-one. If you're interested in small groups, I'm putting those together, not only live retreats when we'll be back to the Vineyard, but we'll have some in the Vineyard area, like possibly on Cape Cod, Greater Boston. But also, if traveling is just not something you want to do, we're also looking at online video and audio conferencing. So if you'd like to know more, please, you'll find the information on my website here, and I'd be glad to hear from you. And just as you've been saying, I'm a guide. I'm not an expert. I'm a women's health advocate. I've been a women's health consultant for many years. However, this is not really an expert I am not the expert telling you what to do. I am a guide, and I'm bringing other experts as resources. So when we have online coaching programs, we're going to have other experts that may be talking about an issue possibly around living with cancer, with living after cancer, or we have topics that we could explore around caregiving, or career transition. What am I going to do in retirement? And we may have some career experts. So I'm a guide. I'm helping you discover your own pathway to well-being, but there will be experts that we incorporate.
Here is a message from Kelley Corners to all Martha's Vineyard women.
So what I'd like to leave you with is, believe in what stirs you. Don't give that up. I know there are many stressors and things in your way, but I can guide you. I look forward to hearing from you at kelleyconnors.com.
That's right, Kelley Corners. Let's keep positive. Vamos continuar todos positivos. And now, the news from Brazil. Notícias do Brasil por Solo Mascarenhas. Obrigado, Solo. E dentro da notícia sugerida por Solo Mascarenhas está a matéria de Ulisses Neto, da BBC Brasil em Londres, de 18 de outubro de 2016, que diz: até quando o real vai seguir valorizado? Contrariando a lógica de uma economia em recessão, o real tem se mantido como uma das moedas que mais se fortaleceram nos últimos 6 meses. Entre os países do G20, grupos das economias mais industrializadas do mundo, a moeda brasileira foi a que teve melhor desempenho. A questão é se esta trajetória vai continuar e o quanto ela pode beneficiar a recuperação do país. Um levantamento realizado pela BBC mostra que a valorização do real frente ao dólar superou 9% desde que a Câmara dos Deputados aceitou o parecer do impeachment da presidente Dilma Rousseff em abril passado. O percentual é quase o dobro do registrado pelo iene do Japão e o rublo da Rússia e outras moedas do grupo, que apresentam ganhos significativos no mesmo período. Acho que se você comparar o real agora com o que ele era no ano passado, sim, ele está valorizado. Ele não está não supervalorizado. Apesar do movimento recente, ele ainda está abaixo do que estava anos atrás. Avalia a senhora Fiona Mackey, uma analista para a América Latina e Caribe da consultoria britânica. Muito interessante essa matéria, porque, pela lógica, uma economia em recessão, a moeda de uma economia em recessão não tem o desempenho que o real está tendo. Mas vamos aprender mais. Leia a matéria integral na bbcbrasil.com, Português, Notícias, e vamos avaliando, vamos aprendendo, acompanhando este mercado. For your understanding the logic unlikely of an economy in recession, the Brazilian currency real has remained as one of the currencies that have strengthened over the past 6 months among the countries of the G20 group of the most industrialized economies in the world. The Brazilian currency was the one that had better performance. The real question is whether this trend will continue and how it can benefit the country's recovery. That's the question. Learn more at bbc.com Portuguese. We never can predict market, especially with a transactional economy, like the weather. Sometimes it's just about our best guess. Este é o tempo para essa semana de 24 de outubro de 2016. This is the weather forecast for this week, Monday, October 24, 2016. And here is our best guess. Hoje, noite de segunda-feira, tonight, Monday, mostly clear, low around 43 and northwest wind, about 15 to 17 miles per hour. Tempo bom, mínimas nos 43 e ventos vindo pelo norte, entre 15 a 17 milhas por hora. Terça-feira, Tuesday, mostly sunny and high near 50s. Dia de sol na terça-feira com a temperatura máxima nos 50 graus and low around 38. On Tuesday night, na noite de terça, a temperatura cai para 38 graus. Wednesday, quarta-feira, isolated showers and mostly sunny with a high near 47. Chuvas esparsas, com o sol aparecendo de vez em quando e a temperatura máxima nos 47 graus. On Wednesday night, more chance of showers and lows on 39 degrees. E na noite de quarta-feira, mais chances de chuvas e mínimas nos 39 graus. Thursday, mostly cloud, isolated showers, high of 52. Quinta-feira, tempo nublado, sujeito a chuvas isoladas e máximas nos 52 graus. Then, rain on Thursday night, chove na noite de quinta-feira. Friday, more rain likely, partly sunny, and a high of 58. Na sexta-feira, mais chances de chuvas e o tempo vai ficando parcialmente ensolarado e as máximas vão estar nos 58 graus and mostly cloud on Friday night with a low around 48 e 48 graus para a noite de sexta-feira. This is the artist called Jephcote. Against the Tide, the art of Code Jephcote. That's a great opportunity to enjoy the arts. Go there! And plus, more fun is coming up. Happy Halloween! Treat and Trick at Main Street, Vineyard. The annual Vineyard Halloween Puppets Parade is this following Monday, October 31, from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. We started warm up this beautiful parade, this beautiful fun at Mansion House Corner, and we go down Main Street to the Green Room. Come and have fun with the puppets, Bella, the puppeteers, everyone interesting and making life very enjoyable. Well, thanks to us, the National Weather, Lynn Christophers. What a beautiful background images. MEVTV, especially to Carl Holt. And Martha's Vineyard Saving Banks for their support. Also, I want to say a beautiful, beautiful woman, Kelley Corners. Thank you so much for being our show. And also, thank you to Cody Jephcote for the good work. I see you then, and ciao, ciao for now. Até lá!
It's dead plants out of pots. But see if you spray paint them, it changes.